Hello everyone, welcome back or welcome to The Way Up Life with Katrina, where today I am doing a book review on The One by John Mars. If you're interested, stay tuned. What if science could tell you who your soulmate is and it ruins your life? That is the question at the center of this book, The One by John Mars. And trust me, this book is far less about romance and more about consequences. The One is a psychological thriller with a speculative edge. The premise of this is simple but disturbing. The concept is that you can take this DNA test and it's going to match you with your perfect partner. This is the person that you were biologically designed to love. Does that sound romantic? Possibly, until you actually get the results. Now, this is not an action-packed, fast-paced thriller. It's slow in an unsettling, quiet way. The tension in this book comes from watching ordinary people receive life-altering information and realizing that the truth doesn't always bring peace. The mood in this book always stays uneasy. There's always a sense that something is off. Even when it's times where you feel like there's a little hope or it seems hopeful that somebody's story is going to end up a certain way, there's always like a level of uneasiness as you read this. Now, the way the story is set up is that it follows several characters. I don't know. I believe it was like 4 or 5 characters. And it shows the different reactions, the different responses to how they take this information in. That's one of the things that I actually like about it, because it actually shows you how each emotional response to the results are handled, whereas you have fear, you have denial, you have obsession by the characters in this book. In The One, the chapters are short, the perspective switch often, which, makes it kind of easy to read without needing that constant shock value. Like the storyline keeps moving, the tension moves. Now, as a therapist, what stood out to me is the psychology behind the choices that were made. Let me talk about that. Let's explore those choices. This book explores attachment and dependency, identity and self-worth, control versus free will, and what happens when certainty replaces choice. Now, one of the biggest questions that this book raises is, does love lose its meaning when it's no longer a choice? In the One, knowing the truth doesn't free people in there. It actually traps them. Let's talk about what really works well in this book. All right. The concept feels uncomfortably realistic. The emotional consequences feel really believable. And the moral questions linger after you finish. Now, what may not work for everyone? The slow burn. This book is actually more psychological than thrilling in the traditional sense. And some storylines are intentionally uncomfortable, which, again, I'm going to do a spoilers video, so I'm not even going to mention the one that I was like, oh, yeah, that's a little uncomfortable there. So if you're looking for nonstop action, this is not your book, okay? But if you are looking for a thriller, if you like thrillers that make you think, then this delivers. Now, I'd recommend this book to fans of psychological thrillers, readers who enjoy ethical dilemmas, and anyone who likes speculative what-if scenarios. If you enjoy books that mess with your head more than your nerves, then this book is worth picking up or getting on your Kindle, however you decide to get it. So my final verdict would be a 4 out of 5 stars. 4 out of 5 stars. It's disturbing, thought-provoking, and far more emotional than I expected. The real horror in this story isn't the science, it's what people do once they know. And so now I want to ask you that. Would you take the test? Would you take a DNA test that would match you to your perfect soulmate? Something to think about. Let me know in the comments.